I don't think about Family Guy all that often.
Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
Hello friends, welcome back to ReddX Trace Amounts of Science. It's time for a ReddX pop quiz. When's the last time we did a r/greentext video? Anybody? Anybody? I usually just call them greentext video, but these are from r/greentext if you want to know. But really they come from 4chan, and it allows me to get a dose of schizophrenia without actually wading through it. I sort of like it. So let's go ahead, jump on into the thing. Thanks so much, and I hope that you will enjoy. Our first one is with Morgan Spurlock. Remember the Super Size Me guy? And he says, eat McDonald's for a few days. I'm fucking shutting down. My liver's shutting down. I'm dying. I'm having all the symptoms of a raging alcoholic going through withdrawals. You know, guys, in retrospect, we really should have realized that something was off. Yes, it's the perfect grift. Find something that people already hate and give them a reason to hate it, even if it's related to my rampant alcoholism. I'm pretty sure this guy died, so I don't know. Just desserts. We'll move on. Here's an Anon that's gone through great lengths to make an app. It's a 4chan to Reddit translator. Sage means downvote. Homophobic slur is just buddy. The N-word is just dude. Jew is billionaire, as is the derogatory term for Jew. Shenanigans is still shenanigans as far as I could tell. KYS is translated to someone give this man gold. It's probably the funniest entry. OP says, I'm a web dev who's working on an app that combines the best parts of Reddit and 4chan. In before you have to go back. Pickrel is what I have so far. What other key value pairs should I add? Must we? Must we do this, really? I don't think we're actually doing this. Well, that's a hell of a troll post. You got my goat real good, OP. Continue on. Someone give this man gold. Thanks, post. Here's an Anon noticing how time moves forward in a linear fashion. Fascinating. 2023, say Israel kinda sucks, get called anti-Semite, fascist, racist, etc. 2025, say hey, Israel's doing pretty good. Wow, so you support genocide, you fascist? Yeah, it's a fascist no matter what, so just accept that part of yourself. You guys do know that they were doing the same stuff before all this, right? Yeah, but nobody was paying attention. It wasn't the cool thing. You gotta pay attention to what the current hip thing is, Anon. That'll get you a lot farther in life. Just non-committally agree to whatever's presented in front of you. Yeah, that sounds pretty bad what they're doing. Oh, the other side sounds pretty bad too. Okay, well, I'm gonna go on with my day. Bye-bye. This Anon is ballin'. At doctors, getting my nuggets felt up because I had a pain. Uh-oh. Female doctor. Turns out fine. Just epididymis. For some reason, whenever I go to the doctors, I always feel that I have to look smart. Throwing off medical jargon and referencing obscure bits of anatomy. Shit, I must look hella book learned. She says, oh, I suppose you were worried and did some of your own research. I realize that if I admit to that, I'm simultaneously admitting to being a little bitch and that all of my knowledge was ad hoc and Wikipedia acquired. I say, no, I just know a lot about balls. Can't remember what happened after that because my soul evacuated my body. I think you covered it up really well. I think she's gonna be like, I'm intrigued by that ball aficionado. What else is on his mind aside from balls? Could it be me, teehee? And then Anon had a date with the girl and she found out he goes on 4chan, never talked to him again. The end. Next post. Here's Anon skating on the job. Do 2 hours of work, then do nothing for 4 hours. Get Teams call from boss's boss asking for help. Answer his question in 10 seconds off the top of my head. Go back to just doing nothing. Yeah, just another day being a work-from-home Chad. And to think, I used to bust my ass doing manual labor on rotating shifts in a factory for $18 an hour. Yeah, I mean, it's a pretty sweet life, I'll grant you that. But also, I hope you're using the time you stole to construct something that speaks to your soul, you know? Not just like playing video games, heh heh. I'm really getting away with something here. Although, if you could get your fill of video games during work hours, then you can go home and do the thing that speaks to your soul. You do have a soul, don't you? You do have something that speaks to it, don't you? Come on, tell me that you do. He uses 4chan. He probably doesn't. Or maybe like once he did, but it got snuffed out by a Stacy when he was 14 or whatever. Anyway, keep it pushing. Here's an Anon trying to install Linux. Tired of Windows. Hear good things about Linux. Someone on the My Little Pony forums tells me to try Ubuntu. The MLP forums is like the highest reference level, okay? They're all IT people. Navigate to the website, click the download button, get an iOS file? Question mark. Website says to burn it. Can't find my lighter. Whatever. Double click it. Windows doesn't have a program to open this file type. Linux is so broken, you guys. They gave me an Apple installer for my PC. Why do people use this operating system? I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a troll post, but yes, you're installing an entirely new operating system. It was meant to be burned to a disk and inserted. He's probably gonna stick it up his ass. I can't help this guy out. It is what it is. So part of me would like to get the Gubbinses in here for some of this stuff, but they don't talk to me during Greentext videos. It's really weird. So we'll keep it pushing. Bit of a history lesson in this one. OP says, in the 12th century, people already knew silver salts darken with light. Camera obscura also existed and could project real images. If someone had combined the two, they could have captured a picture. The missing step was figuring out how to stop the whole plate from darkening. So technically, medieval photos were possible, but nobody made the connection, so we only got photography in the 19th century. It took us too long to figure this out. Dude, I would love to see some medieval photos. Knights in actual armor and kings and shit. All we got is like crappy paintings with like ugly, stupid human face cats. This is my medieval photo. I hate it. That feel when we missed out on actual photos of the Crusades, Constantinople before it got BTFO'd, and the Aztec Empire. It's not fair. Maybe this is just the way that it was meant to be. I agree that it's not fair. Already this thread has all these fucking different scenarios popping up in my head. Maybe we get photos of cats from back then and they would be like freaky fucking looking human face cats, you know? Descended from saber-toothed tigers and shit. We don't know. We didn't darken the silver oxide in the right amounts or something. Whatever. Cool post though. Glad to learn a little bit. Moving on. This Greentext is titled My Retarded Friend, and I want to tell you about my retarded friend, Bears Eat Walks. You should subscribe to his channel. We've been kicking it, trying to, get his gaming stuff off the ground. I don't know. I might do some gaming stuff too. I'd appreciate your support. Anyway, be me. In high school, befriend one of me classmates. The guy is so autistic that he might actually be called tarded in good conscience. Yes, as a descriptor, like it's meant to be. Fast forward 12 years, text the guy to see how he's doing. I'm fine or not, I just tried to end myself last night. Oh shit, JPEG. My face when one of my closest friends decided to off himself. His chosen speedrun strat was to down a bottle of vitamins. In a word, befriending tards does have its perks. They're too dumb to kill themselves intentionally, and they're the masters of unintentional comedy. Is that why you keep around? It's just like, let me go tell 4chan. My friend tried to end himself with vitamins. Like this, it's a twisted post, man. I feel all types of way about this. But I'm pretty sure I'm having my leg pulled, right? Everything on 4chan is just works of fiction, I'm pretty sure. That's how I have to cope with it. Inhale that copium deep, shall we? And we move into the next post. This Anon is a man. Be me. Man. Told men don't feel, don't love, don't care. Look around. Love songs? 99% of legendary love songs written by men. Sculptures? Men carving goddesses from cold stone. Poetry? Dante simped so hard for Beatrice he wrote the Divine Comedy just to imagine her in heaven. Built temples, wrote sonnets, died in duels, started and ended wars over women. And money. Concept of romance, male invention of the 12th century. Meanwhile, women would rather get mauled by a bear than talk to the average man. That feel when men created love and women only consume it. That last sentence cuts pretty deep, I gotta be honest with you there. I don't know if I see it completely the way that Anon sees it. Maybe it's a little bit of a misogynistic viewpoint, but like, I think a woman's love manifests itself in small ways every single day. And then, once in a while she heaves another human life with your DNA out of her body. And that's basically like building a statue that also will grow up to be a human and carry on your legacy. I don't know how much bigger... What more do you possibly need? You know what I mean? It's sort of ridiculous to be like, oh, I wrote poems. We wrote a lot of poems. Yeah, because women are inherently worth pursuing, generally. A lot of them. Not the nice girls from yesterday, but a lot of them are. And here's a Russian Anon. Be me, Russian tea girl. Moved from Russia to NYC for acceptance reasons. Almost exclusively interact with other trans people once I'm in America. End up developing a lot of paraphilias from social exposure. End up doming a lot with other trans people because I'm a tall, pale lady with a scary accent. A lot of them are into pet play. Pet girls keep talking about pretending to not understand words as part of their kink, so I start speaking exclusively in Russian to them so they don't know what I'm saying but can experience affection from my tone. They really love this. Circle of tea girls in Brooklyn now got off to a language that they don't know, apparently. Neat story. Glad you're happy, I guess, but all that, why'd you need to share that with me? I don't want to know nothing about that. I wake up, there's another psyop. Get the fuck out of here. Here's Anon on Hassan, which is funny because it rhymes. It's a Raiden meme where he's shocking the shit out of his dog. Kek.jpg. Some ape with 80 IQ electrocutes his dog. It's headline news for some reason. Why do normies care so much about this? Well, it's a really interesting thing that's happened with media. You see, now the media is sort of chasing what the streamers and like parasocial people on the internet are doing. And I do find it really eerie. I don't give a shit about basically anything the memes were funny. I think it's sad that he treats his animal that way, but like I don't watch him at all, so I can't possibly watch him any less, so I don't care. That's not taking up any hard drive space in my brain. I think that's the way a lot of people should feel. Did you watch him before this, Anon? But I mean, I guess you get like mainstream media news coverage and yeah, then you've hit like another level. Now all the normies are shuffling into the chat, probably to say, don't shock your dog, that's mean, but once those fall away, like some will stick around. The bottom line has grown because of this controversy. That's how controversy works these days, I'm pretty sure. If you'd like to help insulate me against controversy, I have a Patreon and YouTube memberships open for your use. Thank you so much. We'll get into another post. I don't care about this shit. Brazil Anon has a post from Twitter. Some dude saying, I'm so good at immediately telling if someone's a Nazi. Is that your superpower? That's amazing. My husband eats 12 eggs a day. How does that make you feel? Yeah, well, that guy feels like it's an anti-Semitic gesture to eat 12 eggs, when really I just see fucking protein maxing, bro. You're gonna be full until well past dinner. Anon wants to know, how many eggs a day does it take to make you a fan of the tiny mustache man? And the answer to that, I'm pretty sure, is 14. This guy's a little short. It might be 88, but that seems like, cholesterol problems for sure. So I'm I'm gonna stick with 14. Anyway, we're probably pushing the envelope a little bit there, but it's what we do around here. Hope you enjoyed it. Next post. I get in trouble for that last one, but they're never gonna catch the Rambler. This Anon poses a query. 1 greater than Big Shiny 2. Sequel is technically better in every aspect than the first game, but it still doesn't feel as good as the first game. Not Left 4 Dead 2. That 2 is definitely better. Portal 2. Yeah, I like Portal 1 way better. Thanks for asking. Final answer. We're locking that in.
This was a triumph.
If this was Family Feud, that would be #1 answer for sure. At least until they come out with Minecraft 2. Don't you put it past Microsoft. They'll fucking do it. Anyway, next post. This Anon's having some Mandela effect issues, I guess. Be me, remember funny Kurt Cobain cutaway from Family Guy. Meg, you're more of a liar than Kurt Cobain, Peter says. Cutaway to Kurt playing on stage and singing, I swear I don't have a gun. Music ends, applause, Kurt gets off stage. Guy in a suit asks Kurt, are you the one who took a shit in the urinal? No, that wasn't me, in the most insincere voice. Go to look up this scene on YouTube. My face when this scene doesn't exist, and it was all just a figment of my imagination. Anyone else have a Family Guy cutaway Mandela effect? No, definitely. I don't think about Family Guy all that often, but it seems like a fun thing, fun and wacky.
Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man. Wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube man.
It's definitely something that could have come out of the mind of Seth MacFarlane. Like, yeah, definitely believable enough to be Mandela effect material. I would have believed you if you just said that this is a scene. Go ahead, gaslight me into thinking Family Guy's funnier than it actually is. Anyway, next post. This Anon wants to talk about misfortune. How to be more lucky in my life? This might sound stupid, but I've never been lucky, and whatever I do, there will always be some stupid obstacle that I have no control over, and at the worst time possible. Need to fill out an online form? Internet goes down. Need to arrive early at work? Some asshole blocks my car in. Go on a one-night stand with this chick. Her period pops in early. It's driving me mad. These minor inconveniences add up and really frustrate me and make me some sort of control freak to minimize those things, but even then there are things that I can't control. What can I do? I believe everything's related to sufficient skills, but is there a skill to have luck? Not really. Well, most of luck is just consistency. Showing up every day. Buying that theoretical lottery ticket, you know what I mean? And then success compounds on itself. Unfortunately, yeah, I can't really help you with the filling out of the forms or arriving to work early. Surely it doesn't happen every day, right? Not some guy blocking your car in every fucking day. It's like, this is the excuse about why I'm late to work. And then you hyper-focus on that shit instead of all the times that it went right. And I think the problem's really with your mindset rather than having bad luck. Then again, I say this as somebody with, like, undeniably a 10 in the luck stat. Another Anon responds and says, how to be more lucky in life? Well, use your unluck. One Anon explained how much unlucky he is and bet $1,000 on Kamala to win presidency, knowing that due to his unluck, he was increasing the odds of Trump winning, and he ultimately won. It sounds stupid, I know, but the point is, find a way to use your unluck. I guess that's not the worst advice that I ever heard in the world, but I do like my advice just a little bit more. Luck's all bullshit, man. Throw it out the window. Who cares? I showed up every fucking day. As soon as opportunity knocked, I was already there at the door. I had it halfway open for him. Come on in. We've been waiting for you, stupid. Anyway, next post. Here's a Europe Anon, coping and seething about how awesome America is. That's why I left. Did you know Americans have been so brainwashed that they believe their country is great? Food standards on par with China. Nothing is healthy. Bro, China's eating pebbles out of a ball. I don't know what to tell you. Cities are sprawling shitholes that make Mexico look safe. Other women are fat and gross. People only value consuming product. Services and education make some third world countries look good. Everything fucked up by Americans. Also get their buttholes plundered by multi-billion-dollar companies. No good communities or families. Onion-fed animals. Most Americans live worse off than third worlders. Indians and Chinese live better. Bro, have you been to India or China? I don't know, man. It hits different. You know, I've been living in the Philippines 10 years going on now, and I went back to America. I'm like, damn, everything does look really put together. Unfortunately, it's, you know, a facade, fake as shit, but they pull off this facade a lot better than China or India or any other places that I've been to. Meanwhile, Europeans banned all additives and anything that's slightly unhealthy. Cities are beautiful. Beautiful women, maybe like one slightly chubby girl. Citation needed. People value family and tradition. Service is amazing and God tier. EU governments run everything perfectly. No companies are lobbying to screw everyone over. Great communities, great families, animals are treated very well. Most Euros are so spoiled they cry when they get 2 months of vacation instead of 3. No place is better except heaven. You had me up until the last line. I was like, yeah, this is somebody coping and seething. But no, I'm pretty sure it's a troll play. I'm pretty sure. The one thing I'll say for America is at least we don't have our bottle caps fucking stapled to the bottle, you know? We can get rid of them, throw them in the street, have our children choke on them. That's what real freedom's all about, you know? What a stupid post. Next one. I vaguely recognize this icon. It's like some right-wing podcast guy. I can't remember the name. Hey, go woke, go broke. This game's gonna be a failure. Game sells 1 trillion copies every time. Yeah, what about Concord? I don't know. Concord didn't turn out too well. But a lot of other times, it does turn out fine. The political positioning and all this other shit that's happening around gaming, like the same thing that the left was doing, the right is starting to do, and it pisses me off in both cases. Fuck, can I just play something fun? Make something worth playing, and I'll probably fucking play it while I try to ignore your political views until they get too loud. That's it. That's the whole idea. That's all I want. Never gonna get it. Oh well, next post. Here's a post about Mr. House. With all that money pouring in, give me 20 years and I'll reignite the high technology development sectors. 50 years, and I'll have people in orbit. Yeah. Is he right? I think he's full of shit. I think he's the Elon Musk of his day, you know? There's not enough people surviving to put people back into orbit, alright? In all of Fallout, have I seen a single readable book? There's like terminal entries, but I don't think I've found a book at all. How are we gonna put people back into orbit if the only fucking reference we have is just a diary of some guy who's like, the vault experiment went terribly wrong? Okay, that doesn't help me. The first time through New Vegas, I offed Mr. House. I dismantled Kaisar's Legion. The NCR could also go take a fuck. No gods, no masters. That's what I'm talking about. Figure it out for yourself, okay? That's how it was always meant to be. I'm sure you're gonna be just fine in the irradiated Mojave Wasteland. It's totally normal. Next post. Here's an Anon that had a breakdown. Be me last night, have a mental breakdown about being an incel. Some of you may have seen my ramblings posted on here. Remember, pick related. New rule. Never trust about how you feel about your life past 9 p.m. Go to bed and wake up this morning feeling way better. Phew. That could have ended poorly. Yes, this handgun is just in my desk drawer. Why don't I? No, please don't. It's fine. What's that mean? If you think everybody hates you, eat something, or if you hate everybody, go to sleep, and if you hate everything, then take a shower, or some shit like that. Eat, take a shower, go to sleep. That'll fix whatever's going wrong in your life, basically. Other things besides those things, that's all an illusion. You throw that shit out the window. Forget about it. Anyway, let's keep it pushing, I guess. It's good advice in that last post, you know. This Anon hates his mom. My mother is despicable. The only son and only child of a single mom. Dad was a maltreatment chad and beat the crap out of her. Anon, your dad's horrible. Anon, don't be like your dad. Anon, your dad used to make that face. Anon, can you not smile because you look like your dad? I hope you don't end up like him. This whore's been ruining my life and my mental health. I hope she gets what she fucking deserves for torturing me for existing. It isn't my fucking fault that you chose to get railed by maltreatment chad. Leave me the hell alone. Yeah, that's wow, some powerful emotion there. That's what I know. I'm sorry that's happening to you, but at some point she might figure it out and have a lot to apologize for. But even if she doesn't, you can't hold on to hate. You're just like, okay, I gotta be away from you because my mental health, but also I don't spend my time hating you as a person, all right? It seems like that's all mom has done, and so OP's probably learned some of that, you know, hanging on to hate and revenge and shit like that. It never pans out. Just whatever. Who gives a shit, really? Like, you're the one who chose to carry this baby to term and all that crap, and I don't know. Single motherhood probably is just hard as shit, but so is having, drunk dad coming home and beating on the kids. So there's really no winning scenario except for getting out of there, Anon, and starting your own life. Making something completely different and apart from what has been demonstrated for you. And you'll probably succeed a lot, and you'll fail a little bit too, and that'll be okay. We'll pick up and we'll push forward, because time works in a linear fashion. Eventually, Mom will come to fucking grips with what she's done. I hope. But even if she doesn't, just let it go. Just let it go. Hey, sorry you fucked it up, okay? That's not my fault. See you later. Have a good life. Best I could do for you, honestly. Next post. Here's a post from Twitter. Guys really live in apartments like this and don't see any issue. It's fucking lit. Recliner, TV. What else do you need, really? A fridge back there somewhere. Woman here, it looks bad, and this is why. Nothing but a TV, no accessories, no drawing table, no guitar, no nothing else except a fucking TV. I can easily tell the type of person this guy is. Bland, boring gamer loser with no friends or other hobbies. That's what I see as a woman, and that is a big turnoff. And then she's got like a billion different fucking replies about it. Yeah, I'm sure. I'd like to read through some of those replies, honestly, but a lot of them are probably just filled with vitriol because essentially she is correct, There's nothing going on in the entire room. You sit on the TV while you phone, and that's what you do when you're at home until it's time to pass out. And I think that's a really sad way to go through life. I got 2 guitars in my room. I got a drawing tablet. Bunch of books, some fucking paintings my daughter made. That's a life well lived. This is just a depression pod, what I'm looking at now. And yeah, if I were a woman, I also probably wouldn't want to get involved with any of that. If I came over to a woman's room and it looked like this, she's probably a serial killer. I probably got to get up and out. And truly, that's what I hope for whoever owns this room. I hope, however long down the road you've gotten up and out. Now you got a fucking karaoke system in there. Oh yeah, I sing some stuff too. So while, yes, I can't live your life for you, I do hope better for you because, to me, it does not look like a good time. It's pure escapism, and we can't just always do that, okay? Next post. This Anon can't get platinum on Cortex Castle and Crash Bandicoot. Be Activision, circa 2017, decide to remaster Crash Bandicoot 1, 2, and 3. Critically acclaimed remaster. So good, people see it as the rebirth of the Crash franchise after years and years of no games, or shit games. 2 years later, realize a remaster of Crash Team Racing also includes content from the other Crash racing games. It too sees success in a market which is suffocated by Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Fuck both y'all. I'm playing my Garfield Kart, that's what I know.
Have you ever wanted Mario Kart to just be a single-player game? Yeah, me either. Okay. But how about if they took all of your favorite Mario characters and replaced them with the most inane and boring characters that we could possibly find in the Sunday Comics page? Still not doing it for you, huh? Okay, well, I think I understand the problem. It's that only those with the highest of IQs can possibly hope to grasp the genius of Garfield Kart. Garfield Kart is the one game I've encountered that truly represents the duality between man and beast, of cognition and non-existence, of light and dark. Not only have these fantastic developers brought us a message of hope, but they've done so with our favorite characters delivering it. Characters like Fat Cat, Penis Person, Dumb Dog, Vagina Person, Transgender Cat, Vagina Cat, Trash Rodent, and Ugly Garfield. This game was once suggested to me because I played Rocket League, and that suggestion, just couldn't have been any more correct. It took the fast-paced frenetic energy of Rocket League and paired it with the laid-back obesity of a diabetic feline, once again illustrating the duality that is the cycle of life and death.
A year later, release a true 4th sequel to the mainline Crash games, retconning the previous one, which no one liked. IGN gives it an 8 out of 10. Everything's coming up Crash! And then, Release one mobile game endless runner and forget about the IP for 3 years. Yeah, it's printing money now. Why worry about it? Well, generally, you gotta maintain the money printer in some way. Randomly announce a Crash-themed League clone in 2023 that no one asked for. Who's doing the fucking market? Oh, Activision. Yeah, I guess it all makes sense now. It bombs, support for the game is killed after 9 months, disband the studio that made all the Crash games, previously mentioned above, no new Crash games since. I don't think I've seen a bigger fumble of an IP in the gaming world since Silent Hills. I mean, I guess Banjo-Kazooie, but like, that didn't really ever have a resurgence, you know? It's depressing to see Crash come back and you're like, maybe we'll get some good platforming action. Oh no, it's dead again forever. Like, it was a good platformer. I don't know why I had to make it a League clone. Sounds like the worst fucking thing in the world. I would have liked to have tried it just for the lulz, though. What does he do? Spin and fucking jump on people? Hits them with a Wumpa fruit? It's the worst. It's the worst League clone I've ever played. And I played Mobile Legends. It's pretty big out here in the Philippines. I'm unsure what is meant by, like, the Silent Hills thing, because I don't really get down on the horror games and whatnot. But, yeah. I'm sad to see that's crashed as well. All of the great franchises of our youth going the way of the dinosaur. And I guess I'm probably not that far behind them, am I? Give another fucking 3-4 decades, I'm out of here. Shuffling off this mortal coil. It's a long times away. Anyway, let's continue on into another post. Here's a normal 4chan moment. Anon says, I hate that I'm attracted to mentally ill women. Another Anon replies and says, all women are mentally ill. Yeah, that's that big brush to paint the fence that I was talking about. We can't do that. I'm sorry. The type of women who will two-tone their hair, dress up in cosplay for Instagram likes or whatever. There's something going on there. I don't know if we can brand it as mental illness. I haven't consulted the DSM, but neither has this guy. So I guess we're even Stevens, you know? One of those agree to disagree type situations. But yeah, clearly that chick's got something going on. I'm not getting involved there. Thanks so much. Bye-bye. Was this a Mad Max post on my 4chan Greentexts? I'm being fucking punked, right? Be me, kissless, handholdless virgin at 39. Would be a neat if not for my grocery store job. Fat, useless, ugly, boring. Someone in a Discord channel does art for characters in Dungeons and Dragons, World of Warcraft, etc. I decide she's being sweet enough, so I pay for some art. It's pretty good. Her and I start talking. She's actually nice to me, even after we exchange pictures. She's gorgeous. She's shockingly crushing on me. Feel bad for her, considering she's 21, probably just too naive and innocent. I plan to make sure she doesn't stick a fork in the emotional light socket for her own good. I toss out every red flag I have. Weaponize my shit. Complete chud maxing. She's still there. Even gave me topless pics I never even considered asking for on my birthday when I did turn 39. I feel like I'm grooming her, but I don't even know if I am or not. I feel like a creep. She actually wants to meet someday. We exchange information. What the fuck? I threw every red flag at her and she's still hanging around? How is she so emotionally into me? Does she not know any better? I am not this exciting Adonis who could give her lunch dates in France. Who the fuck does she think she is? Fuck it, A. I feel offended for her, and it's all about me. Yeah, it's not actually all about you, though. Like, sometimes people just connect. She sees a friendly face, or at least somebody with some disposable income, and that's very attractive at 21 years old. Oh, you could spend $200 on a picture? Who knows? You know? This could be the rocket to the moon that I've been waiting for. Or, maybe she doesn't have ulterior motives. Maybe it's all copacetic and fine. But I would go in with some degree of skepticism. As I do with everything, I guess. It's a good way to go through life. I highly advise. As far as I'm concerned, OP, just fucking, take a punt on a grunt. Just take a ride. Why not? It can't get any worse than absolute zero. So fuck it. Let's go. There's plenty of people out there that pay for art in, replacement of actual human interaction. I seen it before. Lord, I seen it. And yeah, it's creepy to me, but if it gets you through the day, fucking go off, I guess. Seems to be working out. The guy's doing something right, isn't he? I guess. Unless she's, you know, a blood-sucking vampire. But you won't know until you meet up. Why not? Like I said, what could possibly go wrong? You're fine. You're fine. Just do it. You're fine. Okay, next post. Here we have Anon's last wish. I wish I posted more political memes. Beep. Just, where's your memes folder, Grandpa? Tell me, I can post them for you. Oh, he's gone. He's already gone. Good fucking riddance, that's what I say. I hope you enjoyed the ride, friends. If you did, support us. Patreon, YouTube memberships, 412 for the merch. Spotify, iTunes, we're out there everywhere on podcast services. Thanks so much. I hope to see you again tomorrow. If not, that's cool. Just remember that you're loved, you're worthy, you definitely deserve it. I'll see you in the next one. And until then, friends, bye-bye.